Welcome back, 8:43. There is a growing trend that is really reshaping cat adoption. Recent data shows millennials are now the largest segment of cat owners. Nearly 60% of them are men. Joining me from the Treehouse Humane Society is Dr. Mark Primiano. And Doctor, not that I'm not excited to see you, but tell us who we have here.
So this is my son, Dante, one of my two cats.
Yeah, I'm saying this is yours. This is yours.
This is my buddy.
And I was amazed. Dante is how old?
He is 14, just turned 14 last month.
He looks fantastic. You know, I'm so fascinated by this. Why do you think that there is this sort of recent rise in specifically cat dads around the country right now?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, well, part of it is millennials not really being able to buy their own houses. So
Sure.
If you rent, it's a lot easier to find a place with a cat than it is to find a place with a dog. And when you have less space, it's a lot easier to have a cat than a dog because it's just taking up a lot less time and space in your place when you've got one of these guys.
Yeah, and let's be honest, cats are, you know, they tend to be a little bit more independent. They don't need you as much as maybe a dog does.
It's a lot less labor effort, is how I'd say it. Because yeah, like they do still need all the enrichment.
Of course.
They do still need the interaction, all of that. But it's a lot less, I need to get home at this exact time.
Exactly right.
Get the dog outside.
You know, we talk a lot with, you know, with shelters around, and, you know, we always say that if you're going to adopt an animal, you have to be ready to be selfless. You have to make sacrifices. It's just, you know, but maybe this requires just still sacrifice, still selflessness, but maybe just a little less than if you had a puppy waiting.
You can leave for a weekend and have someone check on it as opposed to having to necessarily board it.
And why do you think it is that it's men that tend to be gravitating toward? Because I was interested to hear 60% men.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is the old stigma of like, oh, it's a cat lady.
Sure.
It seems to have just kind of faded away because people have realized,
Dante's doing a great job.
That it's a lot less, oh, well, cats are just for women kind of things, and more of a like, no, these are just really fun things to have live in your house.
Exactly
it's like a little gremlin that lives with you all the time.
What a great way of putting it. Now, you're both a vet, you're a doctor, but also you're clearly a cat owner and a cat fan. From your opinion, maybe just medically or just personally, what is some of the benefits of just having a cat around the house?
It's caught up in the microphone.
Dante, you're doing a great job.
It's just really nice having his brother Roland, they both greet me at the door when I get home.
See?
It's really sweet where it's just like, yeah, there's these little things that just really get attached to you. And it helps where it's nice. Like I live alone except for the cats, and it's just very nice to have that companionship.
Yeah. For someone who is looking at this and going, you know, I was thinking about it. I was on the edge, and I'm starting to become a little bit more convinced. What are maybe some of the most important things you might want to let someone know before they make this decision? Because it's not one that we want people to make.
No, you don't jump into it. It's something you should actually think about. The number one stuff is knowing that, like, all right, what are you going to do if you're not there for it? How are you going to take care of that? Knowing that it can take a little bit of time for them to acclimate, so it's not going to be necessarily the easiest thing when you bring it home right away that everything's going to go nice and smooth. If you have multiple, you should do a slow introduction. They do tend to do better with a partner, so it's one of those where a single cat will be fine, but like two is usually better because then they have each other to work off of.
Yeah. And, you know, these days it's hard for any of us to imagine what's going to be going on in our lives next year, much less next decade. But these are commitments that, you know, especially if you're getting maybe a kitten, that you're looking at the next 10, 20 years of your life. And you really have to ask yourself, is this something I'm ready for this period of time, right?
Absolutely. The start of this month made 10 years of having Dante because he was a lab research cat and a blood donor at my vet school, and that's how I got him. Was he retired at the old age of 4.
Wow.
And so he moved out to Las Vegas with me before I came back to Chicago. And yeah, it's one of those where like you are making a big commitment when it's like, yeah, this is going to be your little forever dude.
As it should be, because they're giving so much to us, so we should make sure we're giving just as much, if not more, back to them. June is National Adopt a Cat Month. We're in the middle of kitten season. I'm sort of curious, what is happening at Treehouse right now that maybe might intrigue people?
Tremendous waves of cats, because like you said, it's the middle of kitten season, so this is when we get most of our numbers. So if you are looking for a cat, both kitten and adult, we have plenty available. Yeah, just a lot of that. We do have a fundraiser called Catwalk in August. It is August 14th. You can find out more information about that on our website, treehouseanimals.org.
And if someone's never been out to Treehouse before, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're up at 7225 Northwestern up in West Rogers Park. We have a cat cafe with FELV positive cats that you can adopt. And if you just want to have some coffee and hang out in a room with cats, we have that. We also have our veterinary wellness clinic, which is my part of it, where we do low-cost surgery and vaccines for the community at large. So we knock out about like 30, 35 surgeries a day.
Wow. So you guys are you're all kinds of good over there. And again, I want to swing back around to kind of breaking that stigma of, like you said, the cat lady, because, you know, cats are amazing. Cats, you know, they're such great companions to have around your house. And if it's right for you, it doesn't matter where you are in life or who you are. Like a good companion is a good companion.
Exactly.
Right?
Absolutely correct. It's one of those things where, yeah, it's people were like, oh, aren't you like worried about just like what it looks like when you have multiple cats? I'm like, no, because why would I be? Like, these are my little dudes. They're my guys.
See, I love that. And let me ask you this, you know, if someone is considering this, when coming over to check out the cats, is it always good to, you know, if you've got a family, to bring the family and kind of make sure everyone kind of gels along?
I strongly recommend that with all types of pet adoption is don't do it as a surprise.
Yes.
Like, especially around the holidays when it's like, oh, I want to get my kids or my significant other a cat as a surprise. It's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, come.
And can you explain the reason why?
Because it's one of those things where this is a commitment. This is a lifelong thing, and that person might not like that animal. That animal might not like that person. It's a two-way street with that, and just that's a terrible thing to surprise someone.
And we don't want, you know, listen, whenever these adoptions are happening, we want them to be forever. You know, the term that we use in these situations are forever homes. And you don't want to bring this poor animal home and have it here for a week and then not understand why it's being brought back.
Exactly.
All right. The drama.
He has a terrible voice.
The drama.
He always sounds like he just smoked a pack of cigarettes.
All right, let people know where they can find you guys, where they can get more information, and with this being Adopt a Cat Month, do you guys have anything you guys want people to know about?
Yeah, please come adopt cats from us. We're at 7225 Northwestern Ave up in Rogers Park, West Rogers Park. You can find more information about us at treehouseanimals.org, including on our website, links for our fundraising events, as well as the entire roster of animals that we have available for adoption.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for what it is that you guys do and continue to do. Amazing work. And you can go home now. I'm sorry you're done with it. Oh, I know. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
So good,
oh, he did so good.